All right, Amadeus, K-Dub, NEMS conference. We here. Platinum Boy, Bad Boy. Peace.
Kevin W. Reese.
All right, I got Amadeus here with me. You may have heard his records and don't even know it's him, man. 50 Cent records, Talib Kweli records. You did A Game.
Yeah,
that's my joint, man.
Yeah, wow. I haven't heard anyone call that one out.
I'm a Kweli fan, so.
Wow, yeah, respect.
So, all right, you're on the Hitman, okay? So I just want to start there real quick.
Okay.
What's it like working with Diddy? Do you get to see him often, or does he just pop in and out? I mean, what's the deal with Mr. Combs?
I mean, it's a great experience. It's legendary. I definitely respect everything that the Bad Boy Hitman production team brought in the past. History was made with them. So for me to even be, on the same team is an honor. And it's a privilege. But it's been great, man. I see him a lot. I see him often if I'm not on the road. Of course, with Trey Songs. We definitely have a great business and personal relationship. And I learn a lot. When you're around him, you learn a lot. You learn, just in life. You learn about music. You learn about history. So it's definitely been an amazing experience.
You got to be learning about branding because this dude brands like none other.
Marketing king. I'm taking notes, man. It's a lot to take in, but, I'm trying to get it.
All right, no doubt. Now, Trey Songs, you go on tour with him.
Right.
You direct the music part of it.
Right.
You drum.
Right.
Okay. What's it like going on the road with Trey Songs? Because man, the ladies love this dude, man. He's like the new R. Kelly, if I can make some sort of comparison.
Yeah.
What's it like being on the road with Trey?
Great experience. For those who don't know, I'm a musician first. That's pretty much where it started. I started playing drums early in 4th grade. Kind of kept with it, and it kind of turned into production. But it was my first love. So it's great, man. It's great. I get to travel the world. We've been everywhere from Australia to overseas. I just came back from Africa, going back to Africa again. So that's a blessing to be able to take your gift and what you do and your talent can be able to take you all over the world. And just working with Trey is dope. He's the next. He's the next. He works hard. He's very talented. And I'm just happy to be with him and be a part of his legacy and what he's doing in his career. And I learn a lot. I learn a lot. I have my own artists, so I can be out there on the road and learn the other side of things, performing shows, how to put the show together, who to put the show together for, who to cater to. What I mean? There's a lot to know, and I definitely take it all in and use it for what I'm doing.
What's in Trey Songz Rider?
Man.
And for those that don't know what I'm talking about, a rider is almost like a demand list in a way. It's what the artist wants in order to perform when they show up at the venue. What's in Trey Songz Rider?
Let me see. Definitely top of the list, Fiji water. He loves Fiji water.
Okay.
Gummy bears.
Okay. All right.
Him and the band members love Tostitos. So Tostitos, the salsa. Sandwiches. He loves sandwiches. So it'd be a lot of different things. Candles.
Candles?
Candles.
He wants candles.
Candles, man.
I don't even know if we can talk about that.
He sings for the ladies. So if you sing for the ladies, obviously you got to get in the right zone, in the right mood before you go out. He Xbox fan, so it got to be a big flat screen TV there and couch, and for him to get his his gaming on. So
all right,
just somewhat of what's
that's exclusive right there. We just got inside Trey Songz dressing room at shows.
Exclusive, yeah. That's
exclusive.
We never talked about that before. You know what I mean? So shout out to K-Dub. Be creative with your questions, man. There's a lot of information. There's a lot to know about what we do. But if you don't ask, we can't tell you. But
yeah,
K-Dub is that.
I do this. Yeah. I do this now. Somebody wants to be a producer. There's people in there right now in the New England Music Seminar that want to be a producer. They want to be where you're at.
Right.
Okay. How do they get there? What are some of the steps that they can take to get there? Well, what's your advice?
Well, first off, man, it's been a long grind. I've been doing this for 15 years. 30 now. Obviously, I started at the age of 15, and it's blood, sweat, and tears. It's not an easy game. There's a lot of people that are talented. There's a lot of people that do the same thing that we do as producers, but it's got to be something unique. It's got to be something different that you bring to the table creatively and sound-wise, and you just got to grind it out. For me, I create off a feeling. However I'm feeling at that moment is the type of track you'll get from me that day. I don't really, get into the whole what's on the radio right now, who's doing what sound is this, because that'll be me creating a sound or a track like another person. And at the end of the day, I want to maintain who I am as a producer, keep my identity and my own sound, and create something new. You know, so you just go against the grain. It's not easy. You know, sometimes it takes a while for you to get on, you know. And like I said, I've been doing this for 15 years, and I got a great placement. You know, we'll talk about it in 2 seconds.
Oh, literally.
It's life-changing. It's life-changing. Not to downplay anything that I've done, but, you know, I've accomplished a lot. I work for over 50 artists. I produce for over 50 artists, man. But this one guy, I feel is going to change. 3, 2, 1. Who did you just land a big placement with? What artist? Let them know. And this is first. We here at K-Dub. You know, I never talked about it in any interview. You know, mentioned it on Twitter, but that's not the same. It's not like me telling you and telling the world. But I just landed a placement on Justin Bieber's Christmas album.
Oh wow!
Under the Mistletoe, coming November 1st this year. I produced a song called Christmas Eve. Shout out to you know, one of the producers that I work with, Boogie, also produced that record, and Chris Brown wrote it. Chris Brown and Kevin McCall wrote it. So life changing.
Wow.
We all know the numbers with Justin Bieber. You know, they always say women lie, men lie, numbers don't.
That's a big throw up on yourself moment right there. How did this happen? Is this just networking? Is this rubbing elbows with the right people? You know, did you submit the record? They loved it. I mean, what's the process?
I'm glad you asked that, because it's a real unique situation. It's a really different story. I was on the road with Trey. Obviously, when I'm on the road and traveling, it's hard to keep up with what's happening around. So Tiger did a record to one of my tracks called Wonder Woman, featuring Chris Brown. And I didn't even know it was out. He kind of leaked it on the mixtape. And when I found it, I was like, yo, this is my track. And kind of like researched, he had shot a video to it. Video had like 14 million views on World Star. You know, so what I did was, instead of kind of like, you know, going crazy and trying to get paid and, you know, trying to make money off it, I just was like, yo, well, the song is out, the song is old. Let me make awareness. Let me bring awareness to the situation, you know. So I reached out to Chris Brown's management. Listen, I don't want no money, but shout me out on Twitter. Tiger, shout me out on Twitter. You know, Puff got down with what we was doing. He tweeted it. So I just wanted the world to know that I produced that record. So I did that. 2 days later, I got a email from Chris Brown's management saying that he was going.
Tina Davis.
Tina Davis, yep. That he was going in the studio with Brandy. He was like, "You got any tracks for Brandy?" I was like, "Yeah, no doubt." Sent him some joints. 2 weeks later, after that, get a phone call from Tina Davis, and I'm like, Tina Davis is calling me. Like, this ain't gonna be about, you know, nothing small. So she was like, yo, you know, I got some great news. I said, talk to me. She said, well, Chris wrote a record to one of your tracks. She was like, you know, it's not gonna be on this album. I was like, oh man, you know, because he's working on this next album.
Yeah.
She was like, but it's gonna be on.
That's a big but.
Yeah, big.
Dot, dot, dot.
Dot, 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 dot. But Justin Bieber is gonna be on Justin Bieber's album. I'm like, nah. She was like, yo, he recorded it. They mixed it. Wow. The label loves it.
Wow.
You know, Chris wrote it with Kevin McCall. Like, and I was just sitting there like, you sure? You know, because as a producer, you know, sometimes songs come about and they don't make the album. I did 3 songs for Joe album, it didn't make the album. You know, like things happen, creative differences, songs not fitting, so things happen. And paperwork signed. I saw the track listing last week. It's on there.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So Justin Bieber album in stores November 1st. I ain't really got to really announce it.
As a producer, how important is publishing?
Very important. I mean, it's what you live off of years after the records are released, after the producer Vance is gone. You know, it's what you live after. You live off of, basically. Residual. So it's important. You know, I'm a sampler. Haven't sampled a lot in a while because, you know, publishing very important. It's very important for you to own your work. You know, so if you can create from scratch, create from scratch. If you can't do it, bring in the people that can. Bring in musicians, bring in the keyboardists, bring in the guitarists, bring in the necessary people to put it all together so that everybody can eat at the end of the day, besides just paying, you know, the legends more money to create what they created from scratch. Create your own.
All right, Amadeus right here. You need to know who this gentleman is, all right? He's going to be inside on the panel at the New England Music Seminar. We are here 2011, man. You're going to be here for 2012 as well?
You know, as long as I ain't on the road or something. I think I missed one conference. I'm not sure was it last year or whether it was a year. I missed one conference, and I wasn't happy about that. You know, but you got to work. You got to work. I was on the road with the homie Trey Songs, man. Got to keep the bills paid. Got to keep the lights on. See the lights? You know, when you hit the switch in the house, you want them joints to come on. You know what I'm saying? You open up the fridge, you want to have milk and eggs in there. You know what I mean? So, got to work. But, you know, last thing, definitely want to give a big shout out to Tiffany Mignon. That's my artist. I got a record for you.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a CD of that.
All right.
So you can definitely play on the show. She got a song called Dance the Night Away featuring Fred the Godson. Smash.
All right.
Smash. She just did performed at BT Music Matters. She's doing shows everywhere. I wanted her to be up here today, but she couldn't. So shout out to you, K-Dub. Definitely gonna get that record. Connecticut, I need y'all to support that. Platinum Boy, Bad Boy, Trey Songs. New England, K-Dub. We here.
My man.
Kevin W. Reese.